Hello everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. Today, we're going to explore a topic that many people think about but don't always understand deeply: confidence. More specifically, we'll ask an interesting question: can you fake confidence? And if you can, does it actually work? Let's start with something simple. Think about a time when you felt nervous. Maybe it was during a job interview, a presentation, or even meeting new people. In those moments, your body might have reacted in very clear ways. Your hands could have been sweaty, your voice a little shaky, and your thoughts maybe not as clear as usual. Now imagine this: what if, in that same situation, you stood up straight, smiled, and spoke clearly, even if you didn't feel confident inside? Would that change anything? This idea, acting confident even when you don't feel it, is often called fake it till you make it. It's a popular phrase, but is there any science behind it? Or is it just something people say to make themselves feel better? Let's break it down. First, we need to understand what confidence really is. Confidence is not just a personality trait that some people are born with and others are not. It's actually a combination of thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. In other words, it's something that can change over time. Many people believe that confidence comes from success. For example, if you do something well, you feel more confident the next time. That's true, but it's not the whole story. Confidence can also come before success, not just after it. This is where the idea of faking it becomes interesting. Psychologists have studied how our actions can influence our feelings. One important concept is called self-perception. This means that sometimes we understand how we feel by observing what we do. So, if you act like a confident person, speaking clearly, making eye contact, standing tall, your brain might start to believe that you actually are confident. It's a bit like a feedback loop. Your actions influence your thoughts, and your thoughts influence your actions. Let's take an example. Imagine you have to give a presentation at work or school. You feel nervous, and you're thinking, I'm going to fail. Everyone will see that I'm not good at this. These thoughts make you more anxious, and your body reacts. Maybe you speak too fast or avoid looking at people. But now imagine a different approach. Even though you still feel nervous, you decide to act differently. You slow down your speech, you look at your audience, and you keep your posture open and relaxed. You might still feel nervous inside, but your behavior is sending a different message, both to others and to yourself. Over time, this can actually change how you feel. There is also research about something called body language. Some studies suggest that the way we hold our bodies can influence our emotions. For example, standing in a strong, open position, sometimes called a power pose, might help you feel more confident, at least for a short time. However, it's important to be honest here. Not all scientists agree on how strong this effect is. Some studies show clear results, while others do not. So, while body language can help, it's not a magic solution. Still, even if the effect is small, it can make a difference in real-life situations. Another important idea is the difference between confidence and competence. Confidence is how you feel about your abilities, while competence is your actual ability to do something. Ideally, these two things should match. But in reality, they often don't. Some people are very capable but lack confidence. They doubt themselves, even though they have the skills. Others may feel very confident but don't have the necessary skills yet. When we talk about faking confidence, we are not talking about pretending to have skills you don't have. That can be risky and even dishonest in some situations. Instead, we are talking about presenting yourself in a confident way while you are still learning and improving. This can be especially useful when trying something new. Think about learning a language, for example. Many learners feel shy about speaking because they are afraid of making mistakes. But if they wait until they feel completely confident, they might never start speaking at all. In this case, faking confidence means speaking anyway, even if you're not sure about every word. It means accepting that mistakes are part of the process and not letting fear stop you. Interestingly, when you act in this way, something changes. You get more practice, you improve faster, and as a result, your real confidence grows. So, in this situation, faking confidence is not about being dishonest. It's about giving yourself permission to act despite fear. Let's also talk about how others see you. People often judge confidence based on external signals, how you speak, how you move, and how you interact. If you appear confident, others may respond to you more positively. They might listen more carefully, take your ideas seriously, and trust you more. This can create another feedback loop. Because others respond positively, you feel more confident, which improves your behavior even more. However, there is a balance to keep in mind. If you act too confident without enough knowledge or skill, people may notice the difference. This can lead to problems, especially in professional situations. So, the goal is not to pretend to be perfect. The goal is to show a level of confidence that supports your growth and communication. Now, let's look at some practical ways you can use this idea in your daily life. First, pay attention to your posture. Try standing or sitting with your back straight and your shoulders relaxed. This simple change can affect how you feel and how others see you. Second, work on your voice. Speaking slowly and clearly can make you sound more confident, even if you feel nervous. It also gives you more time to think. Third, make eye contact. You don't need to stare at people, but looking at them when you speak or listen shows that you are engaged and confident. Fourth, change your internal dialogue. Notice the way you talk to yourself. If your thoughts are always negative, like "I can't do this" or "I'm not good enough," it will be harder to feel confident. Try to replace these thoughts with more balanced ones, such as "This is difficult, but I can improve with practice." And finally, take action. Confidence grows through experience. The more you do something, the more familiar it becomes, and the less fear you feel. At this point, you might be wondering, is it really possible to go from faking it to truly feeling confident? The answer is yes, but it usually takes time. At the beginning, your actions and your feelings may not match. You act confident, but inside you still feel unsure. This is normal. Over time, as you gain more experience and see positive results, your internal feelings begin to change. Eventually, the confidence becomes more natural. You don't have to think about it as much. It becomes part of who you are. But it's also important to accept that no one feels confident all the time. Even people who seem very confident have moments of doubt. The difference is that they don't let those moments control their actions. They have learned how to move forward, even when they don't feel perfect. So, can you fake confidence? Yes, you can, and in many cases, it can be helpful. But it's not about pretending to be someone you're not. It's about using your behavior to support your growth, to overcome fear, and to create new opportunities. Think of it as a bridge. On one side, you have doubt and fear. On the other side, you have real confidence. Acting confident, even when you don't feel it, can help you cross that bridge. As we finish today's episode, I'd like to leave you with a simple idea to try. The next time you face a situation that makes you nervous, don't wait until you feel ready. Instead, focus on your actions. Stand a little taller, speak a little more clearly, and take that first step. You might be surprised by what happens next. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next episode.